The A Show.
Where smart is the new sexy.
And now, April Hunter.
Hello, hello. Have you ever had egg whites in your hair?
Semen?
No, literal egg whites. Egg whites.
Why would I eat? I eat egg whites. I don't put them in my hair. Why would you do that?
I drink them. They're pasteurized, right? So I lean forward. I'm getting ready. For once, I was a couple minutes early. It was a shocker, right?
Yeah.
So I here's my water. I'm starving, right? I have my mug of egg whites here. Just
I have my glass of wine.
Right. And this is what it looks like. And it does not look dissimilar from, I guess, whale cum. So I lean forward, right? I go like this to fix everything here.
Keep leaning forward.
I dipped all my hair into a mug of egg whites.
Oh, that sucks.
I thought it was going to be super early today. And then my hair is just like sticking together. I'm like, oh my God, I have to rinse this out now. They're going to think I have jizz all over my hair. So welcome, everybody.
Welcome to Hairy Jizz Night here, or Jizzy Hair Night.
Jizzy Hair Night. So hi.
What's going on?
Beautiful people. All of my beautiful people that we have here. My beautiful producer and co-host, Ray.
Look at Winona, you fucking smart ass.
Oh my God.
She writes, Ray, did you actually remember to click the go live this time? Yes, I did.
Oh, nice one, Winona. Thank you.
I did not forget.
Oh, I see Red Sunny, Steve, Winona, you're funny. Eva, Lori, congratulations on the promotion. Cool, awesome dude, Red, and Big Wig, who else is here? Colin, hi. Allie, oh, it's nice to see all of you guys in here today. Chuck, what's up? So, so we got we have it'll be a discussion with all of us today, right?
Yes, we have a lot of shit going on here.
We do have a lot of shit going on.
Jesus Christ.
See, you can start away. And by the way,
I'm not even ready. What happened?
I'm gonna have that like surgery thing next weekend where I'm getting my head cut open. So
we'll talk about that real quick.
Oh. So yes, I do feel better. Thank you, Bigwig. So yeah, I got COVID and then it kind of went into RSV. So I had that for a while. It's just a low grade fever for, feel like Shiza for a bit, and then I'm fine. So here we are. I'm not 100%, like my lungs still feel weird, but I'm fine. I'm not giving it to anybody or contagious or anything like that. So just building back up, building back better. I'm
sorry. My son is texting me real quick. I'm gonna show you this on live air.
Okay.
He's texting me, right? And he sends me this.
Okay.
So that's him in a beard.
Okay.
Can you see the face?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, he is going to be Bray Wyatt for Halloween.
I was gonna say it looks like he put it on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just text him back. All good. All good.
Eva says he looks like Colin. And hi, Alex. Nice to see you.
Hold on. Don't you dare insult my son. Doesn't look like Colin. Colin's like a homeless person that fights other homeless people for ham sandwiches in alleyways.
Hey, unhoused is a fashionable look right now.
What the hell does that mean?
So this is a thing right now. It's a thing. But anyway, yeah, I have a tumor. I have a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
It is a tumor.
Is it a legit tumor?
It is a legit tumor. It's a allegedly
non-binary.
It's a non-binary tumor. It's a non-malignant allegedly tumor, and I have to have it taken out. So it's active. It's growing. So I have to have them cut my head open and remove it and have it stitched up and stuff. So they can only do it on Wednesdays naturally.
Why?
So because the doctor works those hours, that's when they're at my particular place.
You ever wonder like those doctors that do like brain surgeries and stuff like that? Like, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One time I was changing a tire on my bicycle, right? And I sneezed and I cut the shit out of my hand. Like, you ever wonder if like one day they're doing the whole thing where they can't slip, and it's like and just the fucking I don't know, like, is it
Oh
possible?
man,
You
I
ever
would
think
think
about
that
that?
they're so trained to whenever, like, so in tune with their body, like whenever something happens, they just kind of turn away.
What,
Very precise.
yeah, but you never get those sneezes that just come out of nowhere. It's like
No,
no.
no,
Oh, maybe it's the cocaine I used back in the day.
maybe,
What?
maybe you got the
No,
good
I'm
stuff.
kidding. I
It's
do
a
not
hell of a
use
drug.
cocaine anymore. What?
It's a hell of a drug. No, I am not taking a vaccine for anything. Forget it.
Mm-mm.
I'm
No.
never getting vaccinated again. If there's anything I learned over the past 2 years, is that the pharma business is fucked up. And when I used to get my flu shot and vaccinations, I'm never going near that shit ever again. So they completely expose themselves for the money grabbing hookers that they are. I'm not going near
Yeah.
any of it.
The only
It's
hookers.
nothing. It's a slow kill process. No, and I don't care what kind of conspiracy realist that makes me sound like. Just no.
The only hookers you're getting near is Colin. So I got some shit here, some stories
Oh,
here.
maybe you just need a vacation. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna do that.
When's the last time you had a real legit vacation? No podcasting. I'm just fixing the stupid camera. No podcasting. Just taking a week. Like, would you guys mind if April took a fucking week or two off, and I do a random with Colin, or just nothing at all?
It's
Huh?
hard to do nothing at all
No.
when you're self-employed. But I
Word.
did go. My cousin and I drove. We took a road trip and we went to Pennsylvania, and I was bitchy. I
Why?
came. I was bitchy. I was bitchy the whole time. I put her through bitchiness, and I
Mm,
came off of a customs taping.
mm,
I did 13 freaking matches.
mm.
I was
Well,
sore.
of course.
I love a road trip. I do. And we stopped off at Savannah, Georgia on the way up. And when we came back, we stopped by Beaufort, South Carolina on the way back. Like, we love that shit.
Buford.
Beaufort. But I was bitchy. Everything hurt. And we were behind schedule, and uh, things were, I was grumpy about my life choices because I was making stupid life choices, and
Mm. Well,
I was
we
just
all do.
bitchy, and I took it out on her. So I did not have the vacation experience that we were hoping for.
Okay.
We still had fun, but it could have been better.
Well, you can fix that. Why don't you? All right. So, if you were to go on vacation right now, where would it be? If you had a choice to go anywhere on vacation, that's reasonable or non-reasonable, where would you
Mhm.
go? Don't say the moon.
My choices right now.
Yeah, right now. Right now. Like
Right
right now,
now.
you could pack. You have cash in your pocket. You want to
Mhm.
go on vacation. Where would you go? And bitch house.
I'm actually going someplace that I've always wanted to go.
Well, you ain't coming here to Brooklyn, are you?
No,
Oh,
no,
where?
sorry. I'm going to Utah.
I said vacation, not fucking Shitsville.
What? It's not
I'm
Shitsville.
kidding.
I always wanted to visit it. I
I'm
haven't been.
kidding. You're gonna go
So
watch the Utah Jazz? This thing is really
no, I'm
fucking
not
annoying me.
doing any of that. I'm gonna look at canyons and mountains and things that we don't have here in Florida.
Utah, I heard, is actually really fucking beautiful over there.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So
The
yeah,
people there are apparently very, very nice. There are glory holes everywhere. Hold on.
sweet.
Mm.
Oh, you got wine again.
Yeah, this week. I've I don't drink during well, this is not the day, 7 o'clock at night. But usually, I think I told you, right? I've been doing 1 glass of red wine a night.
Good. It's good for you.
And it really fucking relaxes me.
Good. You need that.
It really relaxes me.
Mix a quarter gummy, a third of a gummy in.
Ooh. No,
Allie says you're going to Slut. That's great. Salt Lake City.
she's going to
And
wait. Who's I'm a slut?
no, Allie says Salt Lake, Utah.
You
Slut,
going to
SLUT. That's great. I love that. I never heard that before.
Never heard that one either.
And
Big shot. Who else we got? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
County
Babe.
Man, you lived there for a year. Oh, no kidding. Can you recommend anything?
Yeah.
Like
basketball teams?
I'm only there for a couple days. If there was one or two things that absolutely must be seen or experienced, what would they be? Tell me.
What is it like? I don't know what Utah is famous for. Are they famous? Like, New York is famous for like the tourist areas and the
It's famous for
food,
being
the pizza.
beautiful. So really, it's founded since like day one by the UT. I think they're UTE. I want to say Utah. Indian tribe. So there's a lot of
UTI, isn't it what it called? UTI? Oh, that's
Ute or Utah.
Wait, what's the UTI?
UTI is a bladder infection or whatever. Yeah. So it's Ute or Utah. Native American tribes out there. They're still in existence, and yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, hey, maybe you can go to an Indian tribe, like a Native American. Can I say Indian? Native American tribe.
Yeah, you can say that. So definitely.
Where did we get the whole?
Hi, Wolf is here. What's up? Oh, and BRV. Hi. Hey, How else?
War Demon.
And War Demon. Hey. So Utah is famous for Mormons.
Mm-hmm. There is a legendary movie. Colin, you know the movie. It's about Mormons, not the Book of Mormon.
I'm just laughing at Ali. UTI translates to I didn't drink enough water today.
Oh well. Colin, what's the name of the movie of the Mormon that he's a superhero? It's like a superhero Mormon. He's a porno star. It's a real movie. It's hilarious. It's by the guys that made Basketball, I think.
Oh, that's Book of Mormon. It's the same guys. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta check that out.
Matt, what do you call it? And Trey Stone or whatever. Matt Stone and Trey, whatever.
There's another movie.
Basketball is the same as the South Park.
Now, Colin, see what Colin does? Colin just jumps in just so that everybody acknowledges him and shows him love, and then disappears. Like, he's not going to answer my question. He told me it's a great fucking movie, hilarious as all hell. I can't remember the goddamn name of it. It's anyway, it doesn't matter. But you know what does matter? Wait, what does it say? BRV says
it said a lot of Yellowstone was filmed in Utah.
Yellowstone. Oh, the
Yellowstone,
TV show.
The show, yeah.
I've never watched not one episode of that damn show.
You serial?
I'm absolutely serial with bananas.
So, and BRB says he's famous for being beautiful as well.
Oh, stop it.
We know that. We know that. BRB.
You need to eat a sandwich. This kid is so skinny now.
Yes, Team America, World Police. America. Fuck
yeah. That's not it, though.
The motherfucking day, yeah. I love that movie.
Oh, you're right.
I just love that.
You can't be shaking your head like that. They're going to cut it open soon. What if something falls out?
I'm taking advantage of it now.
So what is... All right.
I get my head shaking in now.
We haven't really spoken about this. Let's just have this fucking conversation.
What?
So remember I told you about the slip up? What if they slip up and hit a brain gimmick, and then all of a sudden you walk backwards? Now that's not going to happen. But like what is it for? Like is it like on the brain? The tumor is like in between it? Like what's going on?
No, it's like right here. I can feel
it's on top?
Yeah. I'm not. It's not brain surgery. I mean, we my friends and I affectionately call it brain surgery, but it's like here. It's on my
my head. It's a head pimple.
Dome. Yeah. No, it's not a thing. It's literally a tumor.
Is it like in the cartoons when they used to get hit with the hammer and the thing grows up?
That's exactly what it looks like.
You sure they're not two horns?
It is my auxiliary brain. It's my unicorn. It's my auxiliary brain, and I'm afraid I'm going to be dumb when they take it out.
That'd be funny if you're smarter.
No.
That'd be too smart. Well, you want to hear a story about somebody who's not too smart?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna play this.
No,
video.
I think they are going to take a little hair off of me, and I'm like, I kept asking, I'm like, how much are you gonna? Yeah, I know.
Do the
I think they have to shave a little bit of my head right here.
She look like John Cena.
I don't know. They're like, we're not going to take too much hair. I'm like, any hair is too much hair, motherfuckers. Okay.
Yo, what is?
Yeah, they got to stitch me in the whole thing.
What's the cut where they? God damn it! The old Jesus Christ, the old priest used to use that is just the bowl. And
I know.
What's it called? Like the Padres. Not a mohawk. Even though that would be crazy.
I know what you're talking about.
You don't know, right? The old Padres haircut. Dr. Pimple.
Eva, will you shut up and go away?
Is that what it is, Eva? It's a giant pimple on her head?
No,
that's what I said.
It is not.
I don't know, bro.
It is not. I've had this thing for like literally 15 years.
America.
And it just, yeah.
So why don't you just...
And thank you, Red Sonny.
What do you say? Smexy?
No, he said, I'm not dumb, I'm smart and sexy. So
you are.
I appreciate it. Here comes that pixie cut. No, that's not going to happen.
Oh, I wonder how you would look with a pixie cut.
We did a couple pictures when we were on little getaway. My cousin and I had short hair. I like got dressed up like David Bowie, or my interpretation of David Bowie.
Mm.
I was like, it was real short hair. It was just fun. We put a wig on.
I gotta pull up a picture of me when I had long hair.
Yeah,
What
let's
was
see
this
that.
thing? I don't know where the
Yeah,
fuck it
fine.
is. I gotta find it's my. I don't even have those pictures. My mother has them in her. They have these things called albums. I don't know if you kids know anything about that. Where people
Yes.
used to take pictures, and kids, they used to actually take them to like a store, a place to develop these pictures.
Yes.
They just pop up in your hand on your smartphone.
Yep.
And yeah, we have a whole book. We have books of those things in my mother's house. So I got some crazy. I have a crazy picture. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Marvelous Wolf. There's a crazy picture. My hair's down to my shoulders. Now my hair is very wavy, like my son. If you see my son's hair, it's like that. Very
Oh yeah,
long.
your son's adorable.
Thank you. And I think I'm wearing like Carl Kanai jeans with the long belt strap coming down, hanging off like it's my joint. And I have them tucked into a pair of Timberland boots.
Yeah, because that's what we did. We folded it over a little bit, right?
Exactly. And then I have a hoodie, like a black hoodie. I think it's a black hoodie, or is it a Black Yankees hoodie? And then I have a pair of fronts. You know what fronts are?
No.
Like gold teeth, but they were Dracula fangs. Yeah, I look like an animal.
There's my short hair.
Oh, that looks cool. Actually, it looks good. That looks really good.
We had fun with that. You think so?
Yes, I think you could pull off the short hair thing.
Well,
yeah.
And then we did let's see, we did bobs. We did a bob too.
Let me see. I like the short hair better, believe it or not.
Really?
There. You know what you kind of look like there?
No, I
You
do
kind
not.
of look like a crazy stalker chick. I don't know if it's the haircut. Now you just look like what's her face, like the vampire
Shelley.
that comes out.
I
like
know.
Shelley.
That's why I said I feel like I look like Shelley.
Jesus Christ. You definitely look great with lighter hair, like warm colors, browns, reds, even
Think
like
so?
dark. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Maybe nobody agrees with me here, but what the fuck does it matter? What I think.
Elvira. I like that. Elvira.
Ooh, you would make a dope Elvira. Have you done that?
No, I have not. I
You
met
gotta
her
be
though.
fucking
She's amazing.
shitting me. Elvira is one of my favorite fucking people on social media. I love her.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I follow her on everything. And of course, when I was a kid, I wanted to see her titties. But
Of course.
How the hell have you never done Elvira?
I don't know, but
Oh my god.
AB Twitch. That's what we were aiming for. We did it like an '80s retro. That's what we wanted to do, like that '80s hair, But thank you.
You could definitely do Elvira. That should be your next Halloween costume. I mean, maybe. What do you think?
Well, Halloween is actually so freaking hot here in Florida. The last thing I want to do is wear a wig.
You're Elvira though. You're gonna be wearing like the skin tight, like basically
this thing. That's
basically yeah. Those things.
All right, if you guys send me the costume, I will wear it. Send it.
Send it. Somebody send it. Send it the goddamn costume.
And you know what? Some of you in here have sent me costumes, and
Make sure
you do know that. You know that's true. And you guys who send them to me, you get the pictures first.
Make sure it's see-through. Don't be stupid, all right, guys and gals.
So thanks.
I have a buddy Strangler, Steve King. You know him?
Yeah. He actually released our podcast this week. That was really cool.
He said he listened for the first time ever. He's a busy guy, and I think we entertained him.
Oh, good.
I think we entertained him. So I think in order to continue to entertain people like Strangler Steve, we're gonna have to talk about some entertaining shit.
Let's do it.
So I'm gonna put this up here. This is a video. This guy describes this perfectly, the situation with this young lady, and then you have a counter video, right? Like a counter, a follow-up on the video.
I don't know. What are we talking about?
Let's press play. We'll find out. Here we go, guys. Check this out.
The vice chair of the Minnesota Democrat Party, who advocated for dismantling the police, completely abolishing it, just got violently beaten and carjacked. This was her before, and this was her after. And you all know me, trust and believe, I've got the receipts. In 2020, this was a post that she made on Facebook calling for the dismantling of the Minneapolis Police Department. You can see that all right here. Say it with me, she said. Dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department. Our tune, of course, changed when she was violently beaten by a gang of thugs saying, Look at my face. Remember me when you were thinking about supporting letting juveniles and young people out of custody to roam our streets instead of holding them accountable for their actions. Now, I agree with you, but you weren't saying that in 2020.
Mm-mm.
This is what I always say. Liberals will chant in the streets all day long, defund the police, abolish the police. But who will they call when something like this happens to them? It won't be a social worker. I can guarantee you that.
Boom.
Yep.
So now you said you pulled up a story that
I pulled up a theory.
So that they're theorizing that it's fake. So let's discuss this. So first, let's discuss the first part of
They're
this.
calling her a Jussie Smollett.
Well,
situation.
let me pull up the bigger picture here so that everybody can actually see what this actually looks like. So this is her.
And
This
cool,
is
awesome
shit.
dude. I have actually cosplayed as a few different anime characters. So
Wait, there you go. All right, so now this is her. Okay, right here. That smile. I don't know what it is. I want to punch her in the throat. But this is her, and this is her afterwards.
Yeah.
So now, so first and foremost, all right. I find this to be
well,
true.
scroll down first.
All right,
to the next lady.
There's another lady.
Yes, to the next one. You see her face. Now scroll to the next one.
All right, we're gonna scroll to the next. All right, we're gonna look at her face real good. You got that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna scroll to the next one.
So,
oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, this woman was jumped by a homeless person and did not actually receive the beating that the person above got.
Yeah, parental discretion advised here, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
Jesus Christ.
now, if you look, honestly, someone who has taken a lot of lumps and bumps in the ring, and she's still wearing her gold necklace too, so, and her earrings. So, somebody who is being robbed, jumped, beaten, generally you're gonna have a lot more damage and a lot less jewelry on, and.
Oh, she got that. Look at the nice diamond earrings here too.
Right, and look at the blood on her face. That does not look like blood because most actual blood is reddish brown. It doesn't. It's not like that. That looks like the cosplay blood that we.
But this makes no fucking sense. Why would she fake it? If she legit.
There's no swelling. There's nothing.
But why would she fake it? This is my question.
I don't know.
This makes no sense.
I don't know. To make a point.
But. I mean, all right. First, let's go to. All right, let's focus in on the first half first. So there are many occasions where you have left-leaning liberals, like right now in New York City, April, we have this garbage mayor, the worst mayor in the history of New York City, who at one point is like, "Oh, this is a sanctuary city. Everybody can come here."
Yeah, he finally admitted it, right?
Yeah, and now he's like, "We need to stop this shit. We need to stop because there's too many people here." And now, April, he wants to cut 5% of every major agency. That means 5% from the MTA, 5% from the police department, 5% from the schools, 5% from 5% to help house these fuckers.
Yeah. And so Big Wig, apparently she was hit more than once and her leg was broken and a couple other things happened to her.
That is what I heard as well.
Yeah. That's her own post.
That's her own post. Is there any but let's say this did happen. And this is why I say you get what you voted for.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, they want to stand up.
Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Sure. Why not?
All right. So it did happen. Let's say it did happen because we're nobody to know. We weren't there. Maybe they just smacked over the head with a fucking hammer and that was it.
Okay.
Took her car in front of her kids, allegedly. Okay. So let's say it did happen. In a lot of cases, we have all these left-leaning liberals that want to, vote for, defund the police, take guns away. There's a mayor or something like that. Was it Utah or Wichita or some goddamn state that she's just straight up like said, "Oh, fuck your amendment rights. You have no right to carry." Do you know about this?
New Mexico. New Mexico,
right.
New Mexico is creating an emergency to suspend the Second Amendment.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. So this is what we've talked about before. If you keep complying with these things and allowing them to suspend our rights for emergencies, they will keep creating emergencies in order to suspend our rights. Do we understand this? So the government has told us we're supposed to have all kinds of fear with all these things. We're supposed to fear this and fear this and fear this. You're supposed to fear COVID and monkeypox and
don't forget the fires and the smoke. Oh, stay home.
And the fires and RSV and white men and racism and riots and all this stuff. You're supposed to fear all these things. This is what they want you to fear. But realistically,
I like this one. Fear these nuts.
Yeah, exactly. Fear these nuts. That's exactly right. The thing that's the scariest are the people that keep falling for it. So fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Yeah. You know, ridiculous. I'm saying that probably wrong, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I get it. I mean, fool me twice, yeah, shame on me. I mean, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame. No, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I fell for it twice, like an asshole.
Yeah,
which I'm an asshole, so I fall for things all the time. What?
Oh no, I mean, with dating and being in love, that doesn't count. Same with puppies and kittens.
Oh, I mean, come on, let's be real.
You choose not to live in fear. But yeah, it's never been more important than now to stand up and say no. If you think it's bullshit and it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't.
See, Bigwig, he says that's why I only got married once. Now, I'm going to say the opposite. I mean, I'm not the opposite, but I'm going to tell you something, bro. You know, when I was in my marriage, and again, you know, she is not a bad person, my ex-wife. She's a great mom. She's a very good person. She's an animal lover. And believe it or not, I keep telling April this, but she looks just like fucking April. I kid you not, my ex-wife looks almost like sisters. It's crazy. But with that being said, I said to myself, I will never get married again. And I closed myself off, and I wasn't happy. But I pretended I was happy. I was dating other people and I'm banging around and stuff. But then I found Jen. And yeah, it took me 10 years to marry her, but I did it. And I'm happy.
You got to make sure. You have to make sure.
I got to make fucking sure. Actually, 8
That's
years.
Right.
We've been together 10 years.
You got to make sure.
But yeah, man. But anyway, but back to this thing, the situation. Like, I don't buy the fact that somebody who's been such a staunch advocate of Black Lives Matter, like really, she's been really hardcore an advocate of this, of BLM and anti-gun, anti-cop. Excuse me, a cough button. Sorry about that. And it just doesn't make any sense, not even politically, because then she would piss off the people that supported her the whole time. So it just, I guess you get, I mean, I hate to say you get what you deserve, because nobody deserves getting beaten in front of their kids and carjacked. But why does it take, April? I'm asking you this sincerely, and I'm asking the chat. Maybe you guys can give us some good shit. Why does it take something that obviously, like, you know, defunding the police is a bad fucking idea, especially in a big city, even in a small town?
It's just a bad idea in general.
Why does it take for you to have to, you know, go through something to see it, even though it's obvious, April?
I have a theory.
All right, go for it. Go for it.
We are a country that's a little bit sociopathic, and we seriously lack empathy. So yeah, Rocket, I think that's true. BLM did rip off
it's very
millions.
true. It's damn true.
And Red Sunny says fear is a reaction, courage is a decision. And you're accurate there too. So I believe that because we don't, most of us don't understand empathy. We don't experience empathy. We don't practice empathy. Therefore, we don't get it until it happens to us. So look at all the people who have never really, God, how do I put it? Who have never felt for anyone until it actually happens to them. They are short-sighted. They're not able to see the bigger picture. They're not able to walk in someone else's shoes. So I had a friend whose wife died, and he said one of the most absolutely insulting things that could ever be said to him after she died was, "I can't imagine what you're going through." And finally he snapped on somebody and said, he goes, "But you can imagine it. You're imagining it right now." Yep. Because that's what we need to do. We need to imagine what people are going through. So imagine for a minute defunding the police. and taking the staff down 50% or down to 80%, then what do you do when something happens? And do you only care when it finally happens to you or your children or your husband or your mother? So what does it take? Does it take the purge for you to get it? I mean, really. I mean, look at all the people who, not to beat a dead horse, but I'm going to beat a dead horse. Look at all the people who crucified those who stood up and said, no, I'm not going to get an experimental shot.
And we'll talk about that next. Go ahead. Perfect.
The public turned on them, ostracized them, told them they couldn't go anywhere, do anything. They were called grandma killers. They were abused. They were berated. They were bullied. They were threatened. They were fined. They were fired. They were kept from doing anything, going anywhere. They were uninvited to families, friends' house. They lost people, meaning they voluntarily lost people. Those people stepped out of their lives and said, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. And then a year and a half later, when people realized they went ahead and did all that stuff and got COVID anyway, and then started experiencing, many of them started experiencing side effects.
How about loneliness?
And started to, some of them started having sudden heart issues or dying. All of a sudden now, people are understanding why 30% of this country, 35% of this country was trying to stand up for everybody else.
Absolutely.
And you look at somebody like Aaron Rodgers, the entire, so many people on social media turned against him for sticking to his guns. Well, and now everybody's standing behind him.
Well, let me just put this up real quick. So this is a tweet by Keith Olberman. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with Keith Olberman, April. Olberman,
dude, I used to love him. He used to be funny and witty.
So see, Keith Olberman was one of my favorite ESPN Sports Center announcers in the morning, funny, witty, innovative. Him and Dan Patrick, I mean, they were just a tag team that I loved. But he has just turned into, and again, it's okay to be liberal, it's okay to be conservative, but he's gone so far left that everything is evil to him. So now, if you guys don't understand what's going on here, Aaron Rodgers played one game with the New York Jets opening season, and he tore his Achilles tendon. And here we have Keith Olberman celebrating the fact that, and he writes,
I don't understand these people.
It says another hashtag Sutton. What is this? Sutton
Liz Frank. Well, it's called a Liz Frank foot injury, the doctor wrote.
Due to failure to vaccinate? Is he joking?
No, I don't think he is.
Explain this. Explain how he could be such a fucking tool bag.
I honestly don't know. I mean, he's so far up farm his ass. Maybe they should give him some antipsychotics.
Well, somebody also tweeted this right here, and I think you're going to love this. This is further down the line. And for those just watching on audio, please bear with me. But, by the way, this is my tweet. Stipple and plan. But somebody put we got a couple of Jets here. People are drinking the cool. This guy seems okay. Didn't you mention this to me?
I did. Yeah, this is the guy that was suspended from the U.S. Open. What is his name again? I'm sorry, I'm blanking. But
let me play the video real quick. Let's see if
they barred him last year.
Let's see what it says. Hold on.
Oh boy. Well, we'll take you to the Moderna shot of the day, and it was saving
sponsored by Moderna.
Match point.
Hold on.
Now,
this anti-vaxxer won a tournament.
This was known as the quote biggest anti-vaxxer in the globe, and he was kept from the U.S. Open last year because he did not get vaccinated, and he won the whole thing with the quote unquote shot of the day, sponsored by Moderna. Is that irony or what?
What is the guy's name? Hold on.
Another day at the office.
Does anybody know the guy's name?
Yeah, but I forget it. I can't pronounce it.
Jesus Christ. It's fine. But you see everybody celebrating here. And so how funny. So this guy right here, if I'm correct, and I can't remember his name. I think somebody in the chat got it.
Dokovic.
There you go. Dokovic.
Yes.
Right. Thank you. Dokovic, right? He was a huge he was really against vaccination. Like he gave up what was it, the US Open over here.
He did, and
in
he was
New York
said he
City.
was willing to give up his entire career over this.
And
Yeah.
he wins the US Open this year, sponsored by Moderna.
By Moderna.
That is fucking irony. But back to the tool bag.
But wait, before
There's
you get
more.
to tool bag.
Oh, okay.
It was predicted months ago that they would make a huge deal about bringing back Damar Hamlin with that commotio cordaitis diagnosis that they, said that he had 5 seconds after he went down and literally died on the field, and they brought him back.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, there's a tweet from a beautiful young lady here, right underneath Keith Olberman's gimmick, replying to him. Is this you?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, so this is what you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead. Go.
So, yeah, they had the doctor that they hire for soccer or football in Europe, who all the soccer players that die suddenly on the field, they hired him to do the same public speaking for Damar Hamlin, and he gave the same diagnosis without examining him, without blood tests, without CT scan, nothing. So literally 5 minutes after it happened, and came up with a diagnosis. And then, of course, a couple of months ago, many people said, here's what's going to happen. They're going to make a huge deal about bringing him back. It's going to be all pomp and circumstance. We're bringing him back, get him down there. And then last minute, they're going to say, nope, he can't play. It's too dangerous with his heart. And that is exactly what happened. Big BFD, get him back in, talk about it, the whole thing. Last minute, they're like, yeah, we're not feeling good about it because we feel like it's too much of a risk for his heart. So if you really think that is however you say, commotio cordaitis, I have a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. That is a vaccine side effect. That is what happened to him. Mm-hmm. And that destroyed a young man's career for the rest of his life. He will never, ever be the same again. He's done. Just like I said when it happened.
You just
on this show. Oh, yeah. And I got in trouble on Facebook for saying it.
Well, I got in trouble on Facebook for just fucking writing stuff.
We always do. Like and it sucks because he was, he had.
What, Damar?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the kid was a good kid. He's one of those very few NFL athletes that, from what I understand and what I saw and what I observed, and for people that know him as well that have said it, he loved giving, and he loved giving time, especially for the kids, as they say. And that is exactly what he did. And he did a ton of it, and he was just starting his career.
Yeah. So
hopefully, he'll have a nice career. Maybe I think he's a very, very intelligent and well-spoken person. Maybe he can continue to work for the NFL, in the capacity of a reporter, not a reporter, play-by-play guy, color guy, something like that, and continue to do his efforts. But it's not the same, man.
And what pisses me off, though? I don't mean to cut you off, but this is what pisses me off.
No, you're not.
Damar, his family, LeBron, all these guys have a fucking responsibility to speak about this and speak honestly about it.
They won't.
For everybody else, they have a public responsibility to say, hey, this is what happened. Mm-hmm. This is really what happened. Instead of being up Pfizer's ass, they should say the truth, because other people are going to get hurt. They're going to let other people's children die. Other athletes are going to die. Other athletes are going to have their careers destroyed because they're going to continue this narrative of safe and effective. And people are going to be like, well, and they're going to keep getting forced into it. Whereas if LeBron and Damar, if they came forward and said, you know what, this is what really happened, people would be like, whoa, hang on a second. Maybe we need to do some more testing on this stuff. But they won't do it.
They can't. They'd be sacrificing too much money. And we all know money is the most important thing.
Money. Not people's lives, not people's children, not people's fucking careers. They don't care about anybody but themselves.
It's a shame.
That's why it's selfish.
It is selfish. It's selfish and it's scary.
It's selfish. And then people like me get called a conspiracy theory for calling them out on it and saying what it is. But that's exactly what it is.
Man, it's just funny, man. And I know if I'm also beating a dead horse when I probably say something like this, but you know, how many people that were called conspiracy theorists now are just like, oh yeah, you were right. Oh, anyway, nobody.
Right. How many times did they call for people to die, to not be allowed to go to jail because they didn't, because they weren't allowed to, don't let them in the hospitals. They should be jailed for not vaccinating. You should force them to vaccinate. You should not allow them to buy food. These people pretend like they never said it. I really hope that these people get the karma they deserve.
You know who a conspiracy theorist? Albert Einstein was a conspiracy theorist. Christopher Columbus, when he's like, wait a second, I don't think the earth is flat. You fucking nut. What are you, stupid?
Right.
I'm gonna just keep sailing, see what happens. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here, you crazy fucking Spaniard.
Keith Olberman is a conspiracy theorist because he keeps pushing the narrative.
Karma is a bitch. That is correct. This is why I say you get what you vote for.
Yeah. So why is he a tool? Why do you think he's a tool?
He's a fucking tool because, number one, he's been given this platform, right? He came from ESPN and maybe they weren't woke enough for him. He has his podcast and everything. And I think certain people become so arrogant, you know, and they think they're so smart. And I don't think Keith Olberman is a dumb man. I think he's a very intelligent man. You could just tell the way he speaks, but I believe arrogance makes you stupid.
Oh, intelligence has nothing to do with how smart somebody is these days. We have seen people with multiple master's degrees say the dumbest shit ever.
It's just he's a tool bag because he knows. I'm sure. I have to believe deep down inside, April, that most of these people that like yesterday coming home on a Q train, right? I look to my left and I see this man's hands, and I thought they were all like, I thought there was something wrong with them. No, he's wearing gloves, rubber gloves, and fucking 8 masks on his face.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh no, not again. What the fuck?
Well, sometimes people have immune issues. Sometimes they have allergies.
Fine.
It's not always COVID.
That's fine. That's fine. It's just I'm seeing more and more of it. And it's just like, you know, I even had somebody in the building that I work for, and I'm not going to mention their names, kind of allude to the fact that, oh, maybe you should mask up on the train. And I said, they don't work. They don't work. Yeah. And I'm not going to mask up here again. I told this person that straight up. So it is what it is, guys. You ain't going to see a mask on my face again, unless, you know, it's Halloween.
Well, I'll tell you two things that I think. First is something that Eva said, but well, actually second is what Eva said. First is, here's what I think. I think so many people like Olbermann got so many jabs, and once you get past a certain amount, you really, really hope that what people are saying is not true. So I think, right. Yeah, right?
Yeah, man.
So I think these people got so many injections that they're fucking terrified.
That's what it is.
That they're next. So
look at Howard Stern. Look at Howard Stern.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. Stern, Olbermann. If you want my honest opinion, I think they're scared, and the fear, because really there's only two emotions, right? Love and fear. The fear makes them lash out and say stupid, angry things that doesn't make any sense. It makes them look crazy. Yeah. It's not logical. I mean, why would Rodgers have a sprained ankle or an Achilles tear because of failure to vaccinate? How dumb is that comment? He made himself look like I don't know.
A tool bag.
Like, how drunk was he before he said that? I don't know, but it's like the 6th or 7th jab like started to affect his brain or something. But I honestly think that people are terrified. So they're seeing what's going on. You can't really ignore it. You can try. You can put your head in the sand for so long, but you can't really ignore it, right? So now they are pushing back with as much as they can, hoping that's not true. But you can ignore facts as much as you want, it doesn't make them unfactual. No. It just is. I can sit there and tell you a car has 3 wheels. Doesn't mean the car doesn't have 4 wheels. You can argue with me about it the whole time. You can say the car has 4 wheels. Of it. No, the car has 3 wheels. It will run fine on 3 wheels. And you're like, the car has 4 wheels. And I'm like, no, that's failure to vaccinate. It runs fine on 3 wheels. So
it's
by the way, so the Florida Surgeon General came out today and said that he is not recommending anybody, any single person under the age of 65 get the new COVID booster shot. He's saying to stay away from it.
My mother was like, I am not going to get any more shots. She said it just like that, right in front of Jennifer and Colin. It's ridiculous. By the way, you know, Colin went to visit my mom. He came to my house.
I know.
That was so much fun. It was nice
I'll
to see
bet.
him. Oh, look, speaking of Colin, the name of the movie, is it Orgasmo?
Oh, Orgasmo. I remember that one. I forgot about that one.
Yo, I have a 2-minute trailer. Can I just show the people here? Can we lighten things up just for 2 minutes?
Yeah, that was a fun one.
I want you guys to see the greatest movie ever made. Colin told me about this movie, and this is the theatrical trailer for
that was before South Park.
This is 1998, kid.
Orgasmo?
Here we go.
Oh, Basketball. I'm thinking Basketball was before South Park.
Right. This is incredible, this movie. Go watch it now. Hold on.
What would you say if someone offered you peace and happiness through all of eternity? Have a nice day.
Meet Joe Young.
Hi.
He's a man on a mission.
Lisa wants to get married in the temple, but I don't think I can afford it.
Who just got an offer.
Have you ever considered acting? I got offered a part in a movie, and it pays $20,000.
He couldn't refuse.
What are you acting in?
It's an action adventure porno. Porno?
Now,
Boo!
the squarest guy in town
Yes, sir. For Christ's sake. How would Christ benefit from me putting my tongue in someone's mouth? Do you want your money or not?
has been born again
I'm a bad Mormon.
as the biggest star in the business.
I'm so badly wanting it.
Oh my gosh! Jesus! Where?
But when things get out,
Believe I'm doing this.
he can't get out
You're gonna finish this film. You don't own me. You wanna bet I don't, punk?
without a fight.
I'm pissed off. Ah, heck! Criminy! Jesus. Where?
Now,
What is it?
Go ahead. Give yourself
The Orgasmo Ray. Hold on.
a treat.
Oh! Hey!
he's becoming the superhero
Bye-bye. God bless.
he was always meant to be.
I'm Orgasmo.
Fuck yeah.
Orgasmo,
Did someone say my name?
the biggest thing to hit adult entertainment
Now I have enough silicone in my body to kill a small elephant.
since plastic surgery.
Greatest movie.
I forgot about that one. That was so awesome.
Yo,
I need to watch it again.
You gotta watch this movie, guys. If
I
you haven't
know.
seen it, do not watch it around children.
No.
It is fucking
It's all the same cast as
hilarious.
Basketball.
Fucking hilarious. And Colin, of course, Colin has to be the one to put me onto this thing.
Naturally.
Oh my god, I just want to lighten things up because sometimes, man, just talking
Yeah.
about the same stupid shit. Oh, you want to talk about lighten things up?
Sure.
Eva sent me something.
Okay.
Okay. So Eva sent me a tweet, and I promised her I would talk about it and bookmark it. So Eva, thank you for this. I'm going to share this tweet right here. So I can't make this screen any bigger because if I did, we'll probably get struck down. So it says here, this is the day after Colin leaves. It says,
Yes.
hashtag today. What the fuck is going on? Activists with Extinction Rebellion at XR_LA NYC marched through New York City streets nude to demand. Hold on. Watch this guy.
What the fuck is going on?
I'll mute it so you guys can see what the fuck is going on. To end fossil fuels and for body positivity, the group marched from Columbus Circle to Times Square. There goes the naked cowboy.
Yeah,
and
that
even
guy plays in Tampa usually.
and he's like, what the fuck is going on? Let me see this guy. Naked cowboy. And it says the group marched from Columbus Circle all the way to Times Square. And wait, let's see what the naked cowboy says.
Naked, I'm thinking. It's startling when I see someone, naked. I'm thinking, what's the matter with you?
So yeah, so this was a fucking thing. Now I have a question for you, April. What is walking around with your dick hanging out, and your tits swinging?
I thought you were asking if I would do it. I'm like, no.
You
I
wouldn't
gotta
do
get
it?
paid to do that.
I like this lady right here. This lady right here in the video.
Oh, she's trying to sanctify everybody.
Now watch the one behind her.
I thought that was a guy.
No, she has some low chocolate hangers.
Yeah, I see that.
Good for her. She's praying. She's trying. You know, this one with the that's just not good.
Yeah, she's trying to Jesus that person.
Yeah, but the other one's trying to.
Lordy, you need some Jesus in your life, boy.
Yeah, but the other one's trying to hit her with her low hanging fruit.
I see that.
So anyway, what the fuck does any of this have to do with? What is it?
No.
And okay, all right, we're done with this. No more. I don't want to see this. What does this have to do with fucking fossil fuel?
YouTube,
What is
this
going
is for
on?
educational purposes only.
Yes. This is like watching the African videos where everybody's just naked.
Educational purposes only.
Yes.
Those are National Geographic titties.
Red Sunny asks, why?
What does this have to do with? I don't know. I think it's just a matter of shock value to grab attention to whatever it is they are.
Oh, wait a second. I think, hold on. I'll let it play. You can talk. I'm just going to bring it right back up here because there's some things.
America is Babylon.
So your thoughts on this? I'm gonna let it play out here.
What?
Okay. No, just all right. We don't want to see her.
My thoughts on that? She would put me to shame. I don't know if we could.
Would you stop? Would you stop? Oh, these guys had their dicks hanging out.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I didn't go this far.
You didn't go that far? Oh yeah, I saw lots of peni.
You're kidding me. What the fuck?
No. There's peni.
Why? But they're kids everywhere.
I
would. April, I'm telling you right now, if I was in Times Square and some old man's swinging his old cock near my kid, I'd punch him right in his fucking balls.
That's your city.
So why? What? So what sense?
Everything is not okay. Stop acting as though it were.
But how does this help fossil fuel or extinction? What is this doing? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Does anybody in the chat have a theory on this? I love it. They just bought hot dogs and they're just standing there watching. That right there is the greatest moment. Look, right there. Watch them.
Yeah.
They're eating the hot dogs and they're just watching.
She was staring at the old man
with
his big cock hanging out. Well, this guy is not a big cock. It's just.
I just think that's great. You just watch her.
Look, a tree stump.
She's like, I'm just gonna eat my hot dog and watch.
What the fuck, Eva?
Isn't that great?
That's not great. I'm terrified. What is going on here?
Well, first off, I can say that kids don't usually give a shit about nudity. So, like in Europe, there's nudity kind of everywhere, so it's not that big of a deal. They kind of censor violence, but not the nudity. Oh, okay. Colin says because clothes are made with plastics.
You're kidding, right?
Probably not. I mean, there probably is clothes. I just read something about microplastics being in yoga pants. What did Demon say? There's a bunch of flashes that took off the trench coats. Yeah, right. It is New York City. It is New York City.
Yeah, but there's only usually just one.
I know.
Like,
maybe it's a flasher meetup group. Like, hey, let's all get together and do a walking thing.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a meetup group of like flashers and walkers. Maybe they did mushrooms before this. These are valid guesses, I think.
Why is it the most unattractive people walk around naked? Like, nothing.
Hitman says fossil fuels are used to make clothing. So,
okay, I guess that makes sense. Okay, but why swing your dick in front of my kids? Wait, I'm waiting.
Colin says dinosaurs didn't wear clothes.
All right, Colin, shut up. April, what else you got? April, you look like you were looking down at the story or something.
I don't know. I just I was just like, oh my god, this was a very interesting story right there. I do have some awareness thing. I don't know if you guys saw the anonymous video that came out this past week, but if you have not, Anonymous put out a video. Also something in conjunction with this. So you know how we're being told, speaking of fossil fuels, that fossil fuels and cow methane are what has destroyed the climate?
Absolutely. Right.
Right. So, and with them having, so many of our food plants have caught on fire and had issues, it would obviously be super smart to destroy the cow population there to kill off the rest of our food supply. So, and hi to everybody coming in late. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hello, Elliot Spaceman. So here's something that you all should think about. So cows need 1 square mile per cow. So if a cow has a calf, they need 2 square miles. So if you have 50 head of cattle, you need 50 square miles for those cows. So if you are let's just theorize, if you're a greedy corporation that wants to, I don't know, build up skyscrapers and strip malls, imagine how much money you can make if you convinced people to get rid of the cows and took that land and turned that into, apartments and strip malls by getting rid of the cows. 50 square acres for 50 head of cattle. So imagine places that have, 200 head of cattle.
But then what about?
So, and then they decide, they tell you, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to do lab grown meat.
That's exact. I was literally about to jump in and say, I wonder if that's why they're making all this, imitation
lab grown meat. So just something to think about when you follow the money and you follow what makes sense. We have had farm animals since the day humans have been on this planet, and we've never had any issues. All of a sudden now, in the past couple of years, cows farting is causing issues. Nobody has once mentioned the volcano in Tonga that has blanketed us about a year and a half ago with warm humidity and has driven the temperature up all over a couple of degrees. Nobody has mentioned that at all. Nobody is talking about the volcanoes underwater, which is driving the temperature up in the water. Nobody has talked about the polar shift north toward the sun. Nobody is talking about the weather modification contracts that over 100 governments or 100 countries have, and they've had for a very long time. Nobody's talking about any of these things when they talk about our climate changing. And our climate is changing. But the same people that are trying to convince you that it's your fault because you drive a car and eat meat are actually the people who are changing our climate.
Absolutely.
So it's not us. It's not us. It is them. Don't let them, again, just like with COVID, just like with the vaccine, just like with everything, don't let them bamboozle you because they are the ones with their weather modification, with keeping the information that is happening from us. Look up the volcano in Tonga. Look up underwater volcanoes. Don't take my word for anything ever on this show. I encourage you to look up everything that I talk about. Look up weather modification and HAARP. So go and look. Don't take what I say point blank. I'm just giving you the information and you run with it.
Do your own research.
Yeah. So look up the lab grown meat and how much land a cow needs to graze and how much that land is worth to corporations. So
at least hundreds of dollars.
Look up the land grab that is happening right now in Maui.
Oh, that's
what Anonymous put the video about.
Yeah, people were not happy about Dwayne The Rock Johnson and fucking Oprah Winfrey being like, hey guys, you know, why don't you pull your debit cards out and give us money? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bitch. Seriously. This woman and The Rock combined could buy Maui. And that's what they're trying to do. Hello? That's what they're trying to do.
I understand that
they
they're
want to buy
trying
it
to
at a
bring
discount.
awareness.
They want to buy it at a discount, April. They want to buy Maui. They can buy Maui now full price, but they want it at a discount, if you know what I mean.
Of course. Well, there is a clause, and a lot of governments have this clause, that if the land is destroyed, say by, I don't know, a train derailment with chemicals, by, you know, the water is messed up, the air is messed up, the air, everything's been burned, toxic chemicals. If the land is destroyed, the government can reclaim that land. And it keeps happening over and over and over again. Do you guys really think this is a coincidence?
I think not.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So, yeah, someone's, do you mean Sleepy Joe isn't doing all of this in our best interest? Sleepy Joe's getting impeached, apparently.
Why don't we jump into that? I have a quick
go
little, for those that don't know what's going on, this is ABC News, courtesy of ABC News. So really quickly, we're not going to watch the whole video, just the first part until we figure out what the hell's going on here. And here we go.
Under intense pressure from hard-right Republicans in the House, Speaker Kevin McCarthy is now launching an impeachment inquiry into President Biden. McCarthy said just 2 weeks ago that there would need to be a vote for this, but tonight now saying...
Tell me if you need me to stop at any point. It's only 3 minutes.
Okay.
He's launching it, no vote. Today, Speaker McCarthy was pressed. Where is the key evidence to launch this investigation? Democrats, even some Republicans, have been skeptical there's any clear evidence to take this step. And politically, could it backfire? Rachel Scott on the Hill tonight.
Tonight, under pressure from House Republicans, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy opening an impeachment inquiry into President Biden, investigating whether he benefited from the business dealings of his son Hunter.
House Republicans have uncovered serious and credible allegations into President Biden's conduct. Taken together, these allegations paint a picture of a culture of corruption.
Less than 2 weeks ago, McCarthy said he would not launch an inquiry unless the full House voted for one, saying it should not happen through a declaration by one person. But after far-right Republicans threatened to boot him as Speaker and former President Donald Trump turned the screws, McCarthy changed his tune, launching an impeachment probe while conceding he has no evidence President Biden committed high crimes.
Time out. I'm going to stop this real quick for a second. There's tons of evidence.
Well, and
there's text messages, there's paperwork, there's shit that was hidden in this fucking house. Go ahead, April. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, you know, there's a lot of damning stuff going on, and as Winona said, they're trying to fast track the plan for Kamala in office.
Oh no!
So, I mean, that could be a thing too.
See, this is my fear. 2024 can't come fast enough.
Yeah, but what if?
Don't say it.
I know.
You know what? Say it. I just want to make sure I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
I'm just going to say that.
Oh,
okay.
No.
I'm just going to say.
What if Joe Biden wins? Is that what you're going to ask me?
No.
Oh, what? So what?
What if they suspend the election because of things going on? I'm just going to say that I feel that what Putin has been painted as, I don't feel it's accurate. I feel that he has been portrayed as Donald Trump of that area, of that part of the world. He is not a WEF guy, a WEF guy. He is not part of that plan. And because of it, he gets the same treatment as Donald Trump because he stands in the way. So it's no wonder that they went after the labs immediately in Ukraine, and those were our labs. Right. So that we were, after the way we handled Wuhan, after coronavirus, can you blame them? So, you know, the more you watch Putin, the more you hear him speak, you start to realize that he is not the devil they're portraying him to be. He's just not a WEF guy. He's not on board with what Trudeau wants and Biden wants and all of these guys that were selected, not elected. And Retro Rocket said, what about all the children that are missing in Maui? Yes, they're still missing.
Nobody's looking for them either.
No. And this is in America. This is here. And they do know that the paperwork was in place previous to this to make Maui a smart city.
Oh yeah, that's what
they wanted. Yeah.
What's a can you, in layman's terms, what's more or less a smart city? I know what it is, but
a smart city is when they rebuild an area and turn it into a 15-minute city. If you look at the C40 agenda, go online, look up C40 cities, and it will show you all the cities that are signed on to become a smart city or a 15-minute city. It's where they want to build everything within a 15-minute span, which realistically, if we're honest, is appealing to some degree.
Well, that's what cities are. That's what the hood is.
Yeah, that's so, like Tampa is an hour and 15 minutes from Tampa half the time. So if you could get everything that you need within 15 minutes or even walk, that would be great. But the problem is how they're doing it. They're destroying to do it. They are taking illegally, violently to do it. And it's not ethical. These are not coincidences. And eventually what they want to do is force people to get rid of their cars and fine, allegedly, this is the conspiracy theory, but they have tested this out already in England. They want to fine people for leaving and coming back out of their area. So we have to assume that if they're already using this in place and testing in other areas, that is eventually going to be tested on us as well.
You're telling me that, I think you mentioned something about Zalensky wanting a nuclear war or requesting a nuclear war.
Yeah, I don't know the full story. Something happened with Poland. Poland's part of NATO. Zelensky went and requested a nuclear war to start. Poland and NATO said no. They wanted to. Eva, you know more about this, right? So I guess there was a request for a nuclear war, and Poland said they did not want that. So,
yeah, I see what's going on here. Well, so much fucking
Russia ops. Something happened in Poland, so Zelensky wanted to start a big war, and Poland said they did not want that.
Well, who does?
Nobody does. Oh, Zelensky does.
Yeah, he really does.
He really does.
It's just a shame, man. The way things are going now with, I don't want to drag this down, but I think it's inevitable if we keep this, and this is just my opinion, guys. You vote for whoever you want to vote for or whatever, but I think this country especially needs to move in a different direction, whether it's a different Democratic direction, whether it's a different Republican direction. We need to get the fuck as far away from this administration as possible. Yeah. And I think a lot of people, they have Nancy Pelosi at the age of 463 now talking about coming back in to quote unquote help out. What the fuck is she going to help out with? I don't want this woman anywhere near our government.
No, she's one of the ones that caused a lot of damage.
Oh my God, man.
So yeah. Eva says that Zelensky tried to get NATO to go to war against Russia. And so there you go. So yeah, I don't know. I think we need to remember something. I think we need to understand that there's a lot of changes, and how do I put this? We're always changing. Everything's always changing, right? So it's like an adapt or die situation. We do have to adapt. But I think there can be compromises Okay, so
Okay.
where it gets messed up is when they take the choice out of it. So where I got upset, say with what happened with the mandates, is when they took the choice out of it and crucified people for not going along with it. Now, you want to go and do that? You want that injection? Have at it, but don't force others and don't mandate it. So you want to have a 15-minute city? Fine, have at it, but do it the right way, and don't fine people for leaving and coming back. So don't do this. So the problem is they're removing choice and they're not being decent about it. And this is the issue. And then they're trying to reframe it and package it as one of two things, either, either fear or good for the kids. So we always get that. It's either terrorism or good for the kids. You know what I mean? So people need to recognize this and understand that it literally only takes 30% of us to unite and stand together. If something's not right, it only takes 30% of us to say, you know what? No, thanks, but no thanks. We're not doing that. That's all it takes. The other 65%, that's not even a third. The other 65%, if they want to get hooked on anger porn and fighting with strangers on the internet and be shitty with each other, they can go ahead. But if 30% of us can understand that we don't even have to like each other, all we have to do is unite and stand together, then we can get things done and change the course of how things are going.
You know what's funny, man? I'm sitting here, right, as you're talking, and I'm listening to you at the same time. I said, let me see if I can pull up a good news story, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed something. It is extremely difficult to find any reputable websites, any reputable news story, especially using Google, of anything good.
I found one the other day.
Talk to me. Please.
So there was a grandmother was watching her 5-year-old autistic grandson, and I guess the number one reason one of the main ones. I'm going to say this wrong, but a lot of autistic children die from drowning. So because they just kind of plunge in. So this little boy did that. He just plunged in. He ran out of the house, and there was a lake right there or whatever. He ran straight into the water, and there was a stranger walking by, and she comes barreling down. You see her throw her phone over her shoulder, and she plunged in after him, grabbed him, and pulled him out. So
you shitting me?
Nope. It's out there. It's on the goodnewsnetwork.com. So she just watched it and pulled him out like it was nothing. And the grandmother, is pretty old and not able to, she's just standing there screaming and just grabbed that baby and brought him out.
Well, I actually got one here. Check this out. It says here, and this is off of Fox actually, it says an Arizona pup is back in the loving arms of his family 12 years long after he went missing in the backyard. It says, thanks to a microchip and a friendly animal control officer who helped bring him home. And the quote here says, the second I opened up the kennel door, I saw from the dog's body language and his tail, they just started wagging that he didn't stop jumping around. He knew Alyssa Sanford. So he was lost for fucking 12 years.
12 years? How old was he? How old was he when he was lost?
He must have been he was a puppy.
Wow.
So let me show you the picture right
Where
here.
was he for 12 years?
He's fucking on. He was on a binger. So this is I think this is where's the picture here? Do they have the picture here? Let me just refresh this. All right, so they show let me see.
I just saw food. I always feel bad. There's a filter on my phone.
So I'm sorry. This is the dog before, right?
All right.
When it was a puppy. And this is the dog now. One of them, I guess.
Aww. Wait, is that the kid?
Yeah, this is the kid right here on the far right. This female right here is this little girl in this picture.
Oh wow!
Isn't that crazy?
I can't believe, did they remember? Everybody remembered each other?
Everybody remembered each other, apparently.
Huh.
Isn't that nuts?
That's wild. I read this.
12 years.
I read this. Well, I was looking at the food on there and I saw, just reminded me that I have this app on my phone, and it just made me feel bad that when I retouch my, brighten up my pet's pictures, there's, like high def, nighttime, daytime, and there's food. And unfortunately, my pets usually look best when I click the food app.
Food. It says here, the dog lost its mind, biting the young girl.
What happened?
And the dog was put down the day after they found it.
Oh no, really?
No, I just made that up.
Oh, Jesus. What the fuck? What's wrong with you?
I'm kidding.
Thank you, Red Sunny. I appreciate that. Thank you for the bits.
What knockers? I don't have the buttons ready.
There you go. It's okay. We can.
She showed me her knockers. I like them too. What?
There you go. Woo! Thank you. I saw this funny story of this guy that lost his. It was like a tuxedo cat. Are you familiar with them? They're black with the white face, little white thing on the face. So he lost his, and there was a fat tuxedo cat. So he lost his cat.
Nothing better than a fat cat.
Huh?
Nothing better than a fat cat.
I know, right? So he lost his cat for a couple of weeks, and then he went outside and he found it. So he's like, "Oh, cool!" And the cat walked right back in. So he's found his cat, and it was cool. And then, like a few months later, his original cat showed up on his doorstep, and turns out the one that walked right in wasn't his cat, and he thought it was for the longest time.
You
and
got
then
two fucking cats.
His original cat came back, so now he has two, and it showed a picture. They look like identical twins. So they're just like sitting there, like near.
That is insane.
And they both just walked in, like, "What's up, dude?"
So what do? Did you just keep the other cat, or
at that point, yeah. What are you gonna do?
They're sending out drones to look for the Loch Ness monster. This thing doesn't fucking exist. Come on, there was a fucking dinosaur.
There's an area of the water that is so deep that nobody even knows what is down there. We don't know what's down there. We don't know what lives down there. How do you know?
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, we all got 4K telephones now. Like, we literally walk around with 4K cameras in our pockets, and you tell me you can't get a clear shot of a goddamn Bigfoot?
Dude, my phone won't even make a phone call without dropping the call. It is not that great.
What kind of phone do you have?
I have a Samsung.
Well, then switch the fucking iPhone already.
I don't want an iPhone.
Well, then your phone's gonna suck till the day you die.
I talk to people with an iPhone. Their phone calls drop too.
What do they know? What are you doing flexing your boobies?
Somebody sent a couple of bits there.
Okay.
Bits for tits.
I ain't got nothing else. I ain't got no other stories, man.
You want to see something I made?
Hell yeah.
I made stuff.
All right, show me stuff you made.
Because 'tis the season.
Oh, I'll talk to you about that before we get off the air. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's a candle.
So, shut the front door. How did you make that? Can you you made the candle?
There you go. Yeah.
So what is that? Is that earwax?
No, it's soy wax.
How do you make the candle? Is it scented?
Yeah, it smells like it's like witch's brew and dragon's blood and Palo Santo, and it's like spicy and
How do you make
a little bit of pumpkin pie spice? How do you make it?
Yeah, like how do you make a scented candle? Like how do you make the wax smell like something?
You have to, you melt the wax. It has to, you're kind of a chemist. You wait till it achieves 185 degrees. And that's when the scent binds with the wax. So I blend all my scents because one of my specialties is that I don't want to make scents that other people make. So I'm a scentologist rather than a candle maker.
I'm sorry. Winona solved the Loch Ness monster gimmick.
It's just a whole penis that occasionally pops up.
A whale penis. A whale penis.
A whale penis? Oh, I thought it was a whole penis.
The whole whale penis.
The whole whale penis, exactly.
Do the pubic hairs float up with it, or?
I don't know. That's good. That's a good thing.
Could be a whale cock. Those are big. But anyway, so how do you So what do? You buy the wax separate?
Made these too.
So do you buy the wax separate and you mix it with something, or like?
Yeah, I buy by the pound. Or if people are nice, they send me Amazon gift cards because my birthday is coming up really, really soon.
And when's your birthday again?
September 24th.
Yeah, it was Jen's birthday was yesterday.
I know. Happy birthday to Jen.
Poor thing, man. She had to come home early from work.
Oh, why?
How can I say this? Her aunt Flo came to visit her very early. And her aunt Flo is an asshole, if you know what I mean. Like a really bad asshole, and makes her feel like shit.
Gotcha.
So much so that poor thing's laid out in the living room right now.
Oh, that's
And
terrible.
here's the worst part, April. I really, really wanted birthday sex. I mean, that's her gift.
You could still do something
Yeah.
if I help her with the cramps.
Listen,
Earn your Red Wings, bitch.
Listen, my Red Wings. You know, I've never, actually, no, bullshit. So I was gonna say I never did it, and I actually had done it once with that. And when you know what am I talking like? I'm talking to fourth graders. So I boned my girlfriend who had a period, right?
hmm
And when I pulled out, I almost threw up on her.
Scared you? The blood scared you?
Never again did I ever do it again with anyone. Ugh. God, I'm disgusted right now.
You're hilarious.
Fucking holiday season is right around the corner. You know, the other day, you know that first that first kind of brisk evening, and you get that
Yes.
smell of
I don't, because I live in Florida.
Oh, well.
And yes, Lori, those are the mugs we found in Georgia.
Oh, so you found the mug separate.
Yes.
All right. So what are you doing with those candles? You selling them?
The candles, the big ones are a gift. The small ones, I'm selling them on Etsy. So if you go to April's Sensations, you can find them on Etsy. They'll be there. I made a small batch. But no, we have not had a brisk chill in the air yet. I look forward to it.
There's just something about this time of year, man.
Yes, I love it.
You
It's
know,
Rosh Hashanah. It's coming up.
Yeah, it's right. Rosh Hashanah is.
This is the
next.
rebirth, the renew, the redo.
It's so nice, man. This is literally. I love. What is your favorite holiday? Like your absolute favorite? I've never asked you that. I'm sure you've said it before.
I love September because I love fall. So that's September, October going into that. I like Halloween, but I really love Christmas.
Yes.
So yeah.
Are we doing? We're doing a fucking. What do you call it? What's the goddamn thing you do with Colin every year?
Oh, the Festivus. Well, we do Christmas. We should do Halloween stuff too this year.
We can do that. I can dress up like something.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'll figure it out. I'll dress up like I'll dress up like a podcaster. How's that?
Nah, that's boring. Can I make one that smells like a funeral parlor? What the hell does a funeral parlor smell like?
Smells like
You mean
sex.
like incense?
What?
Incense and dead people? I don't know what it smells like. I do have a scent called Dead and Rotting, but it's actually kind of flowery smelling. Can mix it in with some incense.
You ever did it in a funeral?
I have not. No.
I'm a terrible person, man.
I'm sure.
I was 23. It's redhead Veronica. Oof.
You're funny.
It's true. She was a redheaded Ecuadorian. What? Go.
Oh, that's not uncommon. Redheads come in every across the spectrum.
No, she
even
was
Asians.
sad. She was sad, and I thought maybe my penis would make her feel better. Didn't. Well, she kept coming back. I guess maybe a little bit.
So I had okay.
It's just the way. It's just the nose. It's the way you know soul me. This is great. She's like, oh, all right, well. All right.
So. Anyway.
Go ahead. Oh, fuck my life.
You deserve no soul. No soul.
All right, go ahead.
Bigwig says if you have sex with a girl during her period, the child will be a redhead. I'm not sure it works.
That
way.
is fucking silly.
I don't think it's going to work that way scientifically, but
oh, my stomach.
Fauci says it will work that way, so it probably will.
So what was your last story, man?
No, I interviewed a pet sitter. and a house sitter for when I'm going to Utah and Utah. So when she came in, we go out to the outside and she looks at me and like my house, I talk about a lot of the spiritual stuff and I have a lot of books and I do a lot of crafts and these crafts were here and I study a lot and do, so she looks at me and she goes, okay, level with me. How much witchcraft are you into? And, she's kind of like an evangelical Christian. I was like, 0? Why? And she's like, because your house is full of witch symbols and there's portals everywhere. And I was like, really?
Right.
And I'm like, really? Yeah. That's interesting.
She's absolutely correct.
I'm like,
she ain't wrong.
I'm like, does it matter? Like the dog food's over here. I'm like, what?
Well, a lot of Christians do believe that spiritual like idols and spiritual like books and stuff like that you say portals. That's a good way of putting it, but it's a doorway to allowing spirits to attack you in the
but yeah, she said that tarot cards were evil and they bring through the devil. And I'm like, that's not exactly how I learned it.
Absolutely they are. What?
And then she told me, wait, hang on. There's another one that was interesting. It was the tarot cards. And then she said that manifesting, she used that manifesting was about the devil. And I'm like, again, that's not exactly how I learned the word.
What? Did you ask her if she ever had sex in a funeral parlor?
No, I did not. I did not. So
what was her name?
At that point, I broke out my Ouija board and I said, well, do you want to do this with me? It works better with two people. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God. She would have fucking
just grabbed the Ouija and no.
She would have smacked you with the Book of Luke and ran.
I know, right?
Wow, man. Listen,
I said, come back at Samhain, and that's when the veil is thinnest. And I'm working. I know somebody. I can get a little virgin blood if you know what I'm saying. And we're gonna do a thing. It's not really a ritual exactly. It's just a thing. It's like come back then, and we're gonna do something. We're gonna cleanse.
Did she sit your dog? Or she's gonna sit your dog. Is she still gonna sit your dog?
Yeah, she's gonna sit my dog. She's like,
your dog, your house is gonna be. She's gonna lay hands all over every fucking wall. You know that, right? She's gonna say prayers and she's gonna lay hands and she's gonna anoint the walls with oil. Your dog, and your cat. How many dogs do you have now? 2?
I have 2 dogs and a cat.
Okay,
yeah.
So they're all gonna be fucking wearing a priest collar when you come back home.
That's fine. I'm all right with it.
I'm just throwing it out there.
It's okay.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm all right with it.
We got 2 minutes. What do you want to do?
I just want to say thank you. Thank you to War Demon. He sent me a lovely birthday gift from my Amazon gift card, or from my Amazon wish list. Thank you very much. Somebody sent me an Amazon gift card too. I appreciate all of these things. I appreciate you guys being here. Very, very much. And I love how you look out for me and take care of me. So thank you very much for that. So, that's it. And, if you want to see more of me, you can see me on Instagram, Real April Hunter. I'm on Twitter at April Hunter and Real April Hunter. And, how about you, Ray? Oh, I'm also, that's too early to say that. I was just going to say we're a couple appearances, but we'll talk about that in October.
No, go ahead.
How about you? No, I'm going to be at it's called a festival. It's speaking of evil, it's a film festival, horror film festival over Halloween weekend up in Port Richey at a little movie theater. I'll know all the details, but yeah, I'll be doing that.
That sounds cool.
It is cool. I did it last year. It was fun. And there was a lady next to me who did fresh baked cookies. They were to die for.
Oh, what kind of cookies?
Every kind, all of them.
Oh,
I hope she's there again.
Yo, you know what I really love, and not so many people can make it well? A good peanut butter cookie.
I think she had those too.
Did she really?
Yeah, she had. I'm a chocolate chip. I love a chocolate chip cookie.
Well, there was
a lot of chocolate chips.
Yo, there was an old lady that lived in one of the buildings I worked in, and she used to make these chocolate chip peanut butter cookies, and then inside the cookie was like fudge. It was so fucking good. I can't.
Is that
even
the ones
explain.
that you used to get the thing and you would eat them on the video?
No, that's that is Lisbeth. She's one of the listeners for she's one of our wrestling family, and she occasionally jumps in here.
Yeah, War Demon says April doesn't do peanut butter. You're right. I do not eat peanut butter.
You don't eat peanut butter?
No, I wish I did. I hate it.
What?
I know. I can't stand it.
Oh,
I have it here because the dogs. I have it
No.
for my dogs, but I can't stand the smell of it. I can't eat it. I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you, my sister, that when that sister leaves your house, you will love peanut butter. That demon, demon of you hating peanut butter will be released.
I wish I loved it. It's like a perfect food. It lasts forever, just like honey. But no, I can't do it.
God damn it! You know what I put over? I never really put over this podcast. This is a podcast that I produce.
Oh wait, yes, I love chocolate chip cookies. I want to take them to Vegas and marry them, and then have their babies. Okay, sorry. What? Somebody asked that in the chat. I was answering.
I mean, chocolate chip cookies are good.
Oh yes.
And by the way, the chocolate chip cookies I'm always eating are ones that I win. Is me and Elizabeth, we place sports bets, and she consistently loses to me. She's from Cleveland, and my teams always beat her teams, whether it's basketball or baseball or football. So these are the bets we make live on air, and you know what? To her credit, she fucking pays up.
Nice.
So listen, I come from a wrestling background. Obviously, you come from a wrestling background. There's a podcast that I produce. For those people that don't like modern day wrestling, I've been doing this podcast. My goodness, I don't know, man. For about 4 or 5 years, I've been producing it. It has a nice little following, and it's called the Pro Wrestling Reflection, not wrestling. And I have two friends, Tommy Wonder and the Professor, and they get on and they talk about wrestling, and they talk about old school wrestling. They do different things. They talk about like what ifs. They have what if shows, like what if this happened to Hulk Hogan, or what if this person never died. This type of stuff. And they do what's called episodic episodes, where they go back and watch like an old pay-per-view, an old TV show, a wrestling TV show, and they review it. This week, they're going to be doing what's called a pro wrestling spotlight. And they're going to be spotlighting, I'll throw this up there, one of my favorite wrestling tag teams, and it is the British Bulldogs. So they're going to be talking about the career of the British Bulldogs. Yes, Davey Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid. You
got to read the Dynamite Kids book. We've got Dynamite Kids book. It is so good.
I'm telling you, you guys will absolutely fucking love this podcast. And there is, if you look it up, Pro Wrestling Reflection on HMG on Hami Media Group, it's free and it's up every week. I actually put the video up on my Twitter, so you guys can go to my Twitter. You can go back and look at my media, and you can find full-length episodes that I produce. So check it out, guys. So that's the only podcast I'm going to produce, but I'm going to give a shout out to my boy Ben Hameen, Billy Ray Valentine, Colin Weissong, all of you guys out there. We love you. And April, if you want to shake your titties as we go home.
Yeah, I'll do it. Thanks everybody for being here. See you next Wednesday, I think, if my head's not messed up more than
next Wednesday. That works. If April cannot go, which I'm sure she will be because she's crazy, maybe me and Colin will do something.
Okay,
we'll see.
Cool.
If not, it'll be a week off. We'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. Love you guys. Bye, April.
Bye.
I'm saying to myself, how long can she do that for?
I can do it.
It's a slow play out. You have more time to shake the boobs. We're out of here, guys. Good night.